All right, showcase time, and it's everybody's favorite. A .2 200 series LX570. This specific example is a 2015. This is a 2-owner car. Started its life in North Carolina, if I remember correctly, and then went to the Columbia, South Carolina area for the remainder of its life until I bought it. Fantastic dealer maintained service history on this car. Really detailed service history that you can see on the Carfax. I did just have the car at Cherokee County Toyota, where it had an oil change, topped off fluids, and they just kind of looked it over. It really didn't need anything additionally. And again, the service history that leads up to where we are today, you'll be able to see that. This is a very clean, low mileage car, 128,000 miles, just rolled 128,000 miles. And overall is in really, really good condition, specifically the inside. The inside is really, really nice, parchment interior, and I'm excited to show this thing off. So let's get this thing around, and we're going to do our normal thing, get it outside and see what we got.
All right, so I got everything set up back here. So let's take a look at what comes with the vehicle as far as accessories or books, keys, all that kind of stuff. We will start back here. As we can see, we do have a original first aid kit. Everything is intact in there, so don't worry about that. Do you have your little net that will go right here, which you can use for groceries or packages or whatever it is you want to use it for. We do have a toolkit that has all of the tools intact, so we don't have anything missing from the kit, so nothing to sweat there. Do have an owner's manual with all of your supplements and whatnot that come with it. As you can see here, DVD remote. These are expensive, and not all of these oftentimes have them anymore, so that's always nice right there. As you see, we do have 2 sets of keys. So let's check the monitors and make sure we are good to pass emissions. All right, guys, so here we are. Let's get this thing fired up, and let's check our monitors. We will then check the active height control, as well as all of our lighting while we're inside. As you can see here, we got 128,159 miles. The only lights we have on are our parking sensors, front and rear, fog lights, headlights, seatbelt, and obviously the door is open. So yeah, everything looks great here. You can see we're on a semi-cold start. I just moved it a minute ago, but needless to say, pretty cold still. So let's get this, let's see if I can get this thing plugged up here and take a look at what we've got on the monitor front. And there we have it. We've got our 9 monitors. All are green and ready to be tested with no data stored in the system. So this vehicle is ready to pass emissions in all 50 states, and there are no underlying issues as usual with all my cars. So let's close this door because you can't activate height control without. Well, let me start out here. As you see, we are in the neutral suspension setting. So that's going to be your normal driving setting as far as height goes. Let me twist the steering wheel back the other way. So there you go. As you see, that is the normal ride height that you're going to have as you drive. So let's pump it up to high. We are just going to tap that one time, and then we're going to let the car do the work. As you see, it's moving to the high position. Once it gets in the high position, as always, it will illuminate high. Hello. There we go. We're in the high position. And that's what it looks like in the high position. A lot different from the standard driving position. It looks like a Land Cruiser or an off-road vehicle at that point. So we will pump it back down to low or drop it down to low. And There we are in the low setting. Just a little bit different than the high setting or even the normal driving setting. So yeah, active height control works as it should and no issues there. So let's take a look at all these lights. So I know a lot of you have heard me talk before. 2014 on the .2s was the first year of the LED fog lights, which for me is a must. Having the LED running lights with the HID headlights and then you have halogen bulbs down here just is a bad look. So 14, 15s have the LEDs, which is the look you want. As you can see, they are both on. Our running lights are on. Both of our low beams are on. So no issues there with any kind of lighting. Let's take a walk around the back. We have a working tail light. We have 2 working tag lights, and we have another working tail light. So all of our lighting looks good here on the on this .2. Let's check some blinkers and the high beams. So there's our high beam. Got our left blinker on. The fog lights automatically turn off when you activate the high beams. As you can see, high beams are on. Turn signal in the mirror is working. And turn signal in the back is working. Oh. Right side turn signal works as it should. Turn signal in the mirror working as it should, and turn signal in the back doing what it's supposed to do. So we don't have any lighting issues or anything like that with the car. Let me pump this thing back up to the neutral position suspension wise. We'll take a look at the undercarriage. We'll let it run up to neutral. I might just put it back in high to get a little more clearance. There we are in the neutral position, and we'll bump it up to high real quick. It's kind of funny when you do these from low to neutral or neutral to high. It always raises the back first, and it's a funny feeling if you've never felt it. The way it raises the back and then it raises the front. It's interesting. So there we are in the high position again, and here we are. You can see there is 0 rust on this car, as expected, being it's been in North Carolina and South Carolina since new. Our CV axle looks great. Our power steering rack is not leaking. Everything looks as it should there. Same thing over here. CV axle looks awesome. Power steering rack nice and dry. How nice our skid plate looks. Try to figure out this. There we go. Oh, great shot of it. Everything looks great under here. Looks like a new spare, never been down, it looks like. Looks great up under here. The accumulator's looking good. So yeah, no corrosion to worry about here on this car, as it again has been in North Carolina and South Carolina since new. So let's get this thing outside. Let's go over the condition because I'm excited to show it off. All right, guys, so we got it outside, and let's start our little process here. I'm gonna try to show you, hop up on the roof here, and we'll start there. I can tell you that there's really not much to say up here. I will point one thing out. There's no damage, no dents or anything like that on the roof, but you can see some minor scratching going on the crossbars. And you can see there in the back as well. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. Not anything crazy or major or that's gonna, you know, cause any problems to anybody, but you know, that is there. So let me hop down here. And we will start under the hood, where there's a bunch of plastic to look at. Trying to get a good view for you guys. Everything sounds normal. Everything looks good under here, obviously. Really not much to say. Bottom of the hood looks great. Factory hood pad. All of our original stickers. This car does have remote start. I'll show that off towards the end of this video. And we will now start on the body. So here we are on the front bumper. This bumper was painted. We did have it painted. You can see if you look over here, look how nice everything looks. So really not anything to say about this bumper. I did have it primed, so I did have all the rock chips and the bug damage and things like that. Those were all filled in and painted over. So look how nice everything looks. You get a new finish. It definitely costs more money to do it that way, and it is more time to do it that way, but that's the right way to do it, rather than just painting over the existing damage. So you can see it looks fantastic. And not really anything to say about the front bumper. Headlights are in good shape. Don't have anything major going on. You can see at the very top up here, it's going to be very hard to see. Just a little bit of what I'd call sun cracking. Maybe that's a good shot of it right there. It's just isolated right up here in this area where you will see, you know, cars that are in hotter climates. You will see that from time to time. But there's no fading, there's no major cracking or anything like that going on, as you see. Moving over here to the grill. The grill is in great shape. Our radar lens is in great shape. It's not faded at all. It looks fantastic. Same thing with our front-facing camera. We don't have any cracks or anything going on there. Not any major fading or anything going on with the grill. If you want to nitpick, you do have some slight, it's starting right here. But if I stand back, and if you watch these videos, you'll see a lot of times where I say typically it only happens up here. Look how nice everything looks down here, these three bars here. they don't show the same, heat damage that these other cars show, which is interesting. But other than that, everything looks good with the grill. There's no cracking or anything like that going on. Coming over here to the passenger headlight, much like the driver's side, it's in great shape. Do have our minor little stress heat cracking going on up there now. And when I say that, that's only going to be on this top surface. That's not going to, as time goes on, eat through the headlight or anything. It's just the film on the very top of that headlight. So everything looks really nice up here. Look how nice the hood looks. So one spot right here, there's a slight dent right there associated with that spot, and I'm going to try my best to get it. It is very, very small. You really got to know what you're looking for to see the dent. It's going to look darker as I go this way as my phone adjusts, but that might be a good spot right there. That's a spot that cannot be PDR'd. So it does have a very slight, tiny little dent right there. It's very hard to see, and most people aren't going to see it. Other than that, we do have just a few little minor spots on the hood that have been touched up. Just walking along here. Very, very minor, very small. And there is a spot right here. But as I said, other than that, let me look at it from the other way. That's really all that's going on there with that front part of that hood. This car's in great shape overall. Really nice, really well cared for. Really, that bumper was the worst part of the front of this car. But you can see how consistent the side is of the car. Really nice condition. The white looks so good clean on these cars. So let's take a look at this front wheel. These wheels have been painted at some point. So there is really nothing going on with them. Slight streaking maybe right here on that spoke, which you guys know can be common on these. There is no damage. I think that's a spot I can get off. Let's see. That will be gone. I can get that off. And we do have a set of Defender LTX MSs on here. I'd say you got about 50% tread life left. These are a very long-lasting tire. I have them on my car personally. You will get a lot of life out of those cars if you rotate them and keep them balanced. So there is a scratch right here on this driver's fender, as you see right there. That has been touched up. There we go. That has been touched up. You're just seeing the shadows on the white. If I step back, or rotate this way, that's what you're going to see there. So our driver's mirror looks great. We don't have anything going on. Our signal's not cracked. Everything looks great underneath. Puddle light looks great. All of our plastic cowl, all of this looks nice. It's not super faded or anything. Coming up our roof rail. Thing looks great there. It's going to be a much better shot of it. No dents, no damage, nothing going on there. Coming back to this driver's door. Let's take a look at our step bar. Everything down here looks great. All of our lower rocker all looks fantastic. All of the chrome on the bottom of the door looks good. We don't have any peeling or lifting, which you're starting to see on these. Do have a few little minor scratches here on this rear door that have been touched up. Kind of follow them right up here. There's a spot on the driver's door here and another one right here. These are going to look much worse on this video than they are in person. They're very hard to see as I stand back, and the touch-up matches very well. Same thing right here on our dog leg. We do have a little spot here on this rear door. Other than that, everything looks really nice. There's our rear wheel back here. Much like the front, it's in great condition. You do have some minor spots going on here, and that's just from, that's kind of like the streaking. You can start to see a little bit of streaking. This will not progress as long as nothing super, strong degreaser, wheel acid, things like that are not sprayed on it. Most importantly, we don't have any curbing, gouging, anything like that going on. Same set of Defender LTXs back here as well. And that's, like I said, about 50% life left there. And again, a very long-lasting tire. They actually just came out with a new version of that tire, and I'm excited to see long term how it does. So side of the car is in great shape. Coming here to this rear bumper. This rear bumper was painted at some point. I did not do it, but it looks great and is in great condition. Nothing to say about it. Our lower gate looks fantastic. We don't have any damage or dents or anything like that going on. Again, down here is a very susceptible area to damage. Everything looks perfect. Our upper gate, just like the lower, looks great. Spoiler up top. Nothing to say there either. Look how nice everything looks in here. You know, I like all this to be clean and look nice. Everything looks good in here as it should. All of our factory stickers in the right places. Quarter panel jams look fantastic. Same thing with our upper gate up here where it bolts to the car. All of our bolts and hinges and seam seal all look really good. Same here with this side quarter. Seam seal looks perfect down here on the lower gate. Everything looks good with the rear bumper. Everything looks great under here. No rust, no corrosion to speak of. All of our seam seal all the way across looks great, just like the other side. Bumper all looks good where it meets up with the car. So yeah, no complaints there. Cargo area is in fantastic condition. The interior on this car is really, really nice. And hopefully this will show this all off. We already kind of looked under here just a second ago, but again, first aid kit and net. And obviously toolkit. We've already opened that up. But look how nice all this looks right here. We don't have any major gouging or major scratches or anything like that, which is kind of unusual. Normally you're going to see that. One little tiny spot here on this third row seat belt. But look how nice all the plastic, the bottom of these seats are. Just really nice. We do have another first aid kit for you guys. And there's your jack. So all your spare is intact, and you'll be able to do that if you ever get into that situation. So factory cargo mat all looks really nice. Let's pull it back real quick. Carpet's in great shape. You know, this Parchment interior can be difficult to take care of, and you know, the two previous owners on this car did a good job maintaining it. A few little scuffs on that piece of wood for the you know, center armrest for the rear seats, but other than that, everything looks great. There's no cracking or anything. A few little minor indentions, as we know, that are going to happen on these. Same thing over here towards the bottom, but not anything major. Headliner all looks really nice. Throw this mat back in here. See if the seats will fold with that wrinkle there. Oh. There we go. All right. So look at all this plastic here, and even the backs of the seats. Everything looks so good. Check on our middle row headrest, which is there, and that goes there. Really nice condition, really clean. And all right, we'll move to the passenger side. The white is so clean, it looks so good when it's clean. You know, this 077 paint code, it's a bright white. It's not like the older ones that has a real yellowy kind of vanilla look to it. And I personally like that. I like the bright pearl white versus the milky yellow pearl white, which, you know, a lot of these older ones, they do have still. All right. So here's our rear bumper. Again, this was painted at some point. There is like a, I'm going to call it a knot right here. It's very minor and very hard to see. But it is there. If you're looking for it, you will see it. Again, the color, the most important part, the color looks great. Do have a little touch-up spot here. Few on this rear door right here. 1, 2. I don't know if you can even see them. It's kind of hard to see. There's a scratch right here on this rear door that's been touched up. Spot right here on this body line. Just going to walk down and make sure I don't miss anything else. I don't think there is anything else, but I just want to make sure. Let's take a look at our step bar. Again, focusing on the chrome and the lower rocker down here. Excuse me, right here. All of our chrome on the door and our step bar, everything looks great down here. There was a spot that was touched up right here on the step bar itself. You can see right there. No damage or anything like that though. Roof rail all looks really nice. Spin it around for you. Passenger side mirror looks great, just like the driver's side. Signal lens is not cracked. And our camera looks fantastic. Yeah, really clean car here. So right rear wheel. Again, these have been painted. You don't see the same streaking or anything going on over here. So maybe they didn't spray some of the same stuff they used on the other side. No curbing, no damage. Everything looks great here. Still the same Defender LTX is back here. Front wheel just like that rear wheel. No streaking, no damage, no curbing. Everything looks really nice. Tires all in great shape. So yeah, that about does it for the outside. Really not much to say. Really nice, clean car. I'm going to move this thing over a little bit and we will start on the interior and then take it for a spin. All right, so let's start on this door panel over here. We're going to check our edges. Everything looks really nice here. The interior on this car really shines. Excited to show it off. How nice all of our armrest is. It's really smooth looking. Nothing rough looking or anything that is just odd. People do odd things to their cars, believe it or not. Everything up here looks fantastic. No fading, no cracking, no lifting on the wood. Again, our door pulls are perfect. Wood here on the door looks great. No scuffing or scratching on the bottom. Kick plate, everything looks nice down here. Our carpet looks great right there on the side, which that's a little common wear area. Look how nice our lower part of the seat is on this passenger side. Very, very little wear here. And for a Parchment car, it's unusual to not see some wear. But this car was really well cared for. Look how nice the side of the console looks. We have no scratches, no nothing going on there. All of our wood and the silver trim up here that fades looks great. Glove box door is awesome looking as well. Do have a factory set of all-weather mats that are black. Carpet's in really nice shape. Rear door panel, look at the bottom. Everything looks awesome. Factory stickers not peeling. There's one little spot right here on this edge. Minor spot. Other than that, everything looks as it should. Armrest looks great. Our pole itself looks great. Wood up here, all of the top of our door panel looks really nice. Again, they did a good job preserving the interior of this car. If you watch my videos, you know that's one thing I talk about. Interiors can be very challenging to get clean, and especially these Parchment ones. But we didn't really have to do too much to it because the previous owners took really nice care of it. Look how nice all this jam looks. Seat, bottom of the seat looks great. Seat does slide forward. Does come back. Back of our passenger seat. This material on the back of the seat is much like the back of the middle row, and it can get damaged very, very easily. It looks really nice. Headliner all looks really good. I mean, look how nice this seat looks. For a middle row seat, again, especially this Parchment color, looks really nice. Very little wear, very little use back here. Look how nice the seat belts are. I've got them kind of tucked away, but once these seat belts get dirty, you're not getting them clean. We don't have anything to really discuss here with these. They are in great shape. All right, let me fold this thing forward. Let's take a look underneath. Do have some minor staining right here around this and around the middle right there. You do have that one little spot. Not anything I would be too concerned with, but I'm not buying it. So, bottom of the right rear seat, everything's intact. Everything looks good as it should. Carpet. All looks really nice under here. volume knob's intact. Door opens and closes as it should. So here's our rear climate control. You can see that everything works as it should. We can go through our modes. Heated seats. Registers all work. And it's in really nice shape. Look how nice everything looks. Top of the console looks awesome. There's the view looking in. All right. And then there's just a good shot of the rear itself. Let's take a look at these third row seats. Very minor seatbelt wear, you know, right here and right here. They must have kept the seatbelts down, which is smart, or the buckles themselves, so that we didn't have any long-term damage that you see on just about all the 200s. Nothing to say about those third row seats. They look great. And we'll get it over to the passenger side, or driver's side, excuse me. All right, so let's take a look at this rear door panel on the driver's side. And much like the others, same type of thing. No major scuffing, no damage. Everything looks really nice. Edges over here are perfect. Armrest itself, I mean, look how nice all this is. All of our wood up here just looks really nice. I mean, this car, I can't say it enough, it was really well cared for. Again, being that the color of this interior is going to show every little detail. Look at our jamb, all looking really nice. Kick plates, the step into the third row looks really good. Seat does slide forward, and it does come back. Not much to say here. Really nice, clean car. The back of the driver's door seat looks much like the passenger side. No damage or anything crazy going on. So here's our carpet under the left rear seat. Everything looks really, really nice. That one little spot is the spot I showed you just a few minutes ago. And the bottom of the driver's seat looks great. Driver's door panel is in just as good a shape as the others. You do have like a little from the seatbelt spot right here, and you do have right here. Other than that, we don't see any major scuffing or damage or anything like that going on here. Look how nice everything looks up here. No scuffs or scratching. All of our wood, which can peel and lift and crack right around here, all looks awesome. Jamb looks really nice. Kick plates look great. All of our carpet that's a common wear spot right here looks really nice. Bottom of the seat right here looks really good. Maybe a little bit of wear. Seat does go forward. Does come back. And get this thing to spin around. It does recline and does come back up. Very little wear in this area. Typically when you have a man, someone heavy, you're going to see a little bit of wear on this seat bottom, but none to speak of here. Everything looks great on the side of the console. Console lid, that's just for my elbow. That will go away. It'll work itself out. So you see on these mats, it's kind of just, doesn't sit flat like that. It kind of pokes up like that. Carpet underneath looks really nice. Again, no wear right here, which that's a common area and can be really ugly. So that'll open the rear hatch remotely, and we can close it. Let's hop in here. All right, so we have a cool box that works. Nice and cold. The front part of this console does slide forward and back as they should. And look how nice the console looks. Slow cup holder, which is literally every 200 series ever made. Do have our divider in there, but all the silver looks really nice. The wood looks really nice. Same thing moving up this console. Again, they did a really good job preserving all of this. Look how nice the shift knob looks. Just really nice condition. Same thing with the e-brake handle. These can get fairly scratched up, gouged up, whatever you want to call it. It looks really nice. So driver's cooled seat, heat, cooled, heated, that door works, which is nice. Don't have a lighter, so I don't know if that matters for some of you guys, but how nice the radio, all the trim there looks. So we are on our nav screen. Everything works as it should there. Radio, that's about all you guys are going to get for copyright reasons, but rest assured everything works. We can move through all our presets here. Satellite is active, so you got a little time left there. We'll turn our rear DVD off. Climate control. And we can see the temperature move. Front defrost. Rear air is already on. That's why I'm able to control it from any position. Let's see. So there's our destination for our navigation. I'm not going to go through all this, but all this works. Same thing with all of our info and the setup. Backup camera. Looking good. Let's do our front-facing camera and the right side camera. Everything looks nice and clear. Again, no cracking or anything going on with those. There's our front-facing camera and our dedicated side camera, and then back to the side and front. So everything looks good there. Let's see how nice everything looks down here. Steering wheel's in fantastic shape. Nothing to write home about on the steering wheel. The wood's all in really nice shape, not gouged up. All of our buttons, rubber feels nice. We don't have any fading or cracking or peeling going on there. Horn. Turn signal to the right. Turn signal to the left. Hazards. Steering wheel does come up, does come down, does come out, does go back in. I'll turn the windshield wipers on. I'm not going to spray, but you can see they work. So our sunroof is tilted up. We're going to tilt it down, and then we're going to open it. And close it. All right, our mirrors are both out, as you can see. 1, 2. So we're going to fold them in. And we'll fold them back out. So the right side mirror comes in, does go down, does come up, and does go back out. Driver's side, out, down, up, and back in. So everything works as it should there. Let's engage 4 low. So we're in drive. We're going to bump to neutral, and we are going to pop it in 4 low. And there we go. There's our multi-terrain select, all of our different modes that we can toggle through. As you see, I'm kind of moving through them now. And everything is engaged as it should be, which is important on these cars. You want to engage 4 low on these electronic actuating 4-wheel drive cars often, at least monthly. But yeah, so everything's good there. So we will stay in neutral, bump it back to high, and you will see all those lights are gone and we are back in 4 high. So we will put our seatbelt on and let's take this thing for a spin. All right, so here we go. We're going to pull out and take this thing down the street real quick. We want to be listening for any kind of, odd noises, drivetrain noises, wheel bearing noises, the routine if you watch these videos. I just like to make sure that you guys can see that the car drives as it should, and there's not any issues with it there. This guy will get out of the way. Here we go. Nice and quiet. No wheel bearing noise, no odd noises at all. Steering wheel's nice and straight. We're going to come on the brakes, so we want to pay attention to the steering wheel, make sure we don't have any rotor shake at all. It's straight as an arrow. No shake or anything odd going on. These cars drive so good. I gotta be honest, the active height control cars, the Lexus, the LXs, I should say, not the Land Cruisers, they drive so much better than the Land Cruisers. Obviously. Steering wheel's not moving at all. We're going to come on the brakes again. Zero shake. Brakes feel great. And here we are again. All right, well, let's show off. So we're now at 128, 161, no lights, everything looks great. So we're gonna shut her down. All right, so let's show off the factory remote start. So we're gonna push the lock button 3 times and hold it on the 3rd time. And you see you get that beep. And now you get it to start. It will flash the lights at you and it is now running. So we can also turn it off by just holding the lock button. And it is now off. So I don't have a way to show off the door lock actuators that they all work. I can assure you they all do. But we would not be getting the lock feedback if there was one that was bad. And as you heard, you can hear when I hit the lock button, it gives you the lock feedback. So that's another good way to tell. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, this is a really clean, really nice 2015, last year of the .2s, 200 series LX570, just over 128,000 miles. Really nice, clean 2-owner car. So you guys know how to get me, Chris at HilsonLuxury.com, 678-454-6060. And we'll look forward to talking to one of you soon.